Hi everyone, Kate here with the next episode of my book buying confessions. And I have books 5 and 6 to tell you about. And I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that I'm already up to 6 books and it's only April. So we'll see how this goes. But I also need to remember, but last year it was I could only buy a book a month, the equivalent of a book a month. This year it's definitely more than that. And the first book that I bought, it was really a fun circumstance. I was going to the library. It was during middle grade March and I saw they were having a library book sale, but I had like no cash on me and I didn't feel like going to the ATM. And I thought, you know what? I think I have around 75 cents in my wallet. So I can see if I can find something there. And I had recently watched a video that Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes put on her channel about 1950s children's literature, which is one of my soft spots. It's the Henry Huggins series. It's many Carol Ryrie Brink books. It is also, oh, I am completely blanking. Oh, the Melendi Family Quartet. Just this vintage 1950s children's literature. I love it so much. And she talked about a book called Henry Reed Inc. And there it was at the library book sale for 50 cents. So I was able to get it with my coins that I did have. And it is about the son of an American diplomat. And they have been living in Italy. And then they come back to the States and they go to Grover's Corner, New Jersey. And so he opens his own small business and he is very curious. He's always inventing things, and it just seems like it might be another Henry Huggins. This is a whole series. And what does it say? That he has a neighbor girl who he lets work with him, and then he has a dog named Agony, which I just love the sound of that. And then it has here other yearling books you will enjoy. So yeah, Henry Reed's Babysitting Service, Henry Reed's Big Show, Henry Reed's Journey. And then they also have the Henry Huggins books listed and How to Eat Fried Worms by Thomas Rockwell, which that title has always grossed me out so much. I've never given the book a chance, but now seeing it listed by Henry Huggins and the Henry Reed books, it makes me want to give it a chance. Now, another thing that made me very excited about this, the book is written by Keith Robertson, but it says illustrated by Robert McCloskey of Make Way for Ducklings fame. So I will show you a couple of these illustrations. I just really love the sound of this. It's got a small town and some friendship in there. I think I will tape this up because this isn't, when was this copy printed? 1958, yeah. Oh, okay, no, 1984. This is the 11th printing of Henry Reed Inc. And I think even my library did not have a copy of this, so I was planning on buying it at some point anyway, but online, I definitely would have paid more for it than 50 cents at the library book sale. So I will just read you the opening lines of this so we can get a little taste of the writing style. And it says, Sunday morning, June 23rd. My name is Henry Harris Reed, and this is my journal. It is my private property, and in case that it gets lost, please return it to me in the care of my uncle, Mr. J. Alfred Harris. This is a journal, not a diary. Diaries are kept by girls and tell all about their dates and what they think of their different boyfriends. My mother says that men keep diaries too, that the most famous diary in the world was kept a long time ago by an Englishman named Pepys. That may be so, but when I read about pirates and explorers and sea captains, they always keep journals. So this is going to be a journal. It is going to be a record of what happens to me this summer in New Jersey. And since it takes place over the summer, ideally, I would like to read this summer. I'm very much a themey seasonal reader, and we'll see if I end up doing it. It's so funny. I did not buy that many books last year, but I still didn't even read all of them. So book buying and book reading are two separate hobbies, and that is okay. Okay, then the next one that I got that I'm very excited for, and I used kind of the People April as an excuse, but now my Victorian reading in April is filling up. So for book 6, I got Letters from Egypt, A Journey on the Nile. These are the letters of Florence Nightingale while she traveled in Egypt. And I am over the moon. I can't even remember how I found out about this book. These are the kinds of unusual Victorian literature that I love to find out about. And also, it says that the person who compiled these, Anthony Satine, is his name. He's a writer and journalist who lives in London, although this is 1988 when this synopsis is written. But it says he discovered and edited An English Woman in India, Memories of Harriet Tytler. And so she was living in India during the Raj era, a Victorian woman. And I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, I have to get my hands on that too. But very excited about this because there are so many beautiful paintings that are put in here. And it's just all of her observations on it. And of course, it's going to be from a Victorian standpoint, so it's not going to be very, it's going to be very jarring. And I'm going in expecting that. But I just love, there's so many paintings. So it's going to be a visual feast. And what's funny is she says on board the Parthenope, I'm pretty sure she had a sister named Parthenope. Her sister Parthenope. That's so funny. So yes, it's just goes through and has all of these. And oh, wow. Okay, I'll just read a little excerpt that I noticed here. I cannot describe to you the feeling of Philo. The myths of Osiris are so typical of our Savior that it seemed to me as if I were coming to a place where he had lived, like going to Jerusalem. And when I saw a shadow in the moonlight in the temple court, I thought, perhaps I shall see him. Now he is here, or now he is there. Many times last night did I put my head out of the window and saw by the full moon the palm trees waving over the temples, the tomb of Osiris, till I knew every line by heart. Now our Passover is over. Our Passion Week is at an end, but I shall always think of it as my Holy Week. And I'm delighted to be reading this. And also, I was reading some samples online because some of the Victorian travel writing that I've read is really not to my taste. It's dull to me. It's just very, I saw this, and then I saw this, and then I saw this. So I was like, she has to have a flair in her writing. So where is it? This is all the introduction. Yeah, I just love the opening lines. Yes, dear people, I have set my first footfall in the East, and oh, I could tell you the new world of old poetry, of Bible images of light and life and beauty, which that word opens. My first day in the East, and it has been one of the most striking, I am sure, one I can never forget through eternity. I am writing by candlelight on Monday morning because I had not a moment yesterday, the day we landed, and one is quite surprised to find darkness at all in this land of warmth and light and life. We had a splendid run 90 hours from Malta and should have had less, but that we were obliged to put off our steam in order not to arrive at those dangerous old Syrtes till daylight. Isis welcomed us to her country with the most delicate and silvery of crescents, and at 4:30 we went on deck on the purest and mildest of starlight nights, watching Venus rising so large that the captain mistook her for the Pharos and brought the vessel to a stand. And I love that. So cannot wait to read this. I'm not sure when in the year I'm going to read this. I think at the latest would be Victober. Maybe it's something though that doesn't really like binge reading wouldn't be fun, and I don't want to ruin my enjoyment of it because I tried to read it too quickly. It is just under, it's around 200 pages. So yes, we shall see. I'll show you one last painting. This is The Harem by John Frederick Lewis. What a painting. Oh. So very exciting to have kind of the Victorian gaze of Egypt in the 19th century and see what Florence Nightingale thought about it. Thank you as always for watching. Let me know if you have read either of these. It's funny, the dust jacket on this, I will say, here's the dust jacket. It's a lot less vivid than the cover. So I might actually just keep it without the dust jacket, but I do like that it protects it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Yes, thank you as always for watching, and I will be back with another video soon. Bye.